Hey guys, welcome back to another build video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you a run and gun shotgun build using the Turmoil knee pads. I think the Turmoil knee pads are a really good use case in this build because with shotguns you have to get so close to enemies that it makes you vulnerable to being shot from all directions. And the Turmoil knee pads are essentially going to let you take out enemies within a 30-meter radius of you just by shooting the guy that's right in front of you. And I'm not really a shotgun guy, but I've actually been having quite a bit of fun with this one. So with that, let's take a look at this build. Alright, so for this shotgun build, we're going to be using 4 pieces of striker, the mask, chest, gloves, and holster. We're going to be using the Memento backpack and the Turmoil knee pads. So first, let's take a look at the striker mask. This is going to give us weapon handling, rate of fire, and the 4-piece bonus is going to give us Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. So this is going to be a total of 65% weapon damage at 100 stacks. And then 1 stack is lost per second between 0 and 50, 2 stacks lost per second between 50 and 100. So this is going to have weapon damage, crit damage, and crit chance. For the chest, I'm going to have armor. I'm going to put a little bit of armor on here because shotguns are generally pretty vulnerable because you're running around in the open so much. For the attributes, I have crit damage, and then I have a crit chance mod on here. And the chest piece has the talent Press the Advantage. Increase max stacks from Striker's Gamble from 100 to 200, and now 3 stacks are lost per second between 100 and 200 stacks. Now normally you wouldn't use the chest piece on heroic because generally you kill stuff fast enough that you're not going to be hitting 200 stacks very often, but because the ACS-12 builds stacks so fast, you're actually going to build up to this 200 stacks really quickly. For the gloves, weapon damage, crit damage, and for the holster, weapon damage, crit damage. Now for the backpack, we're going to be using the Memento backpack. It's going to have these 3 core attributes. We're going to get weapon damage, we're going to get a little bit more armor, and then we're going to get a skill tier. And then I have a crit chance mod on here. And this is going to have the talent Kill Confirmed. So this is going to give you a short-term buff and a long-term buff. This short-term buff right here, this scales with the number of core attributes you have. So you can see I have 5 reds, 2 blues, and 1 yellow. So every time you pick up a Kill Confirmed trophy, you're going to get 25% weapon damage for 10 seconds, another 20% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. And then for the long-term buff, we're going to get an additional 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regeneration for 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. And this is going to refresh every time you pick up a trophy, so as long as you're staying active, this long-term buff will pretty much never drop. And then the last piece is the Turmoil knee pads. This is going to be 1 piece of Cheska. It's going to give us 8% crit chance. It comes with weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage, and it has the talent Bewildered. This is what's going to be redirecting 50% of our damage to other enemies. So one thing we can do if you want more damage is instead of using the Memento backpack, use the Striker's backpack, because this is going to have the talent Risk Management. This is going to increase our Striker's Gamble from 0.65% to 0.9%. And then if you use this backpack, you would use something like the Coyote's Mask. And this will do more damage this way, but you'll also be more squishy. So you can play it however you want. From my testing, I personally like the Memento setup better. Now for the weapons, I'm going to be using the ACS-12 shotgun. This shotgun has super high RPM, and this is going to build our striker stacks up to 200 really fast. And for this shotgun, you can see I don't have any expertise in this. It's going to have shotgun damage, damage to armor, And then you're going to want damage to targets out of cover here. And then I have the talent Close and Personal on here. Killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds. And then for the mods, I have Crit Chance and Crit Chance. For the secondary, you can use whatever you want. I've got a St. Elmo's engine here. This is mainly to add some range to the build, so that when an enemy runs halfway across the map and hides, you don't have to go chase after him. Now for the skills, nothing fancy here. I'm just using a Reviver Hive and a Crusader Shield. I'm using them mainly because when you get so close to enemies, you're pretty vulnerable from being attacked from all directions. So the Reviver Hive will give me the second chance if I get dropped, and then the Crusader Shield will give me a little bit extra protection if I find myself taking too much damage. So let's take a look real quick. The Reviver Hive, no mods, tier 1. The Crusader Shield, I've got active regeneration, holstered regeneration, and tier 3 on the shield. And then I do have 20 expertise in this, giving me an extra plus 20% active regeneration. For the seasonal modifiers, I'm using Overdrive, Critical Momentum, Critical Recovery, and Fortified Shield. So another way to run this that's pretty fun is if you've got it, you can use microwave coils, and then you can change your shield or your Reviver Hive to Pulse, and this will set up to 4 enemies on fire, which will allow you to not be targeted by so many enemies all at once. Now let's take a look at the stats. I'm going to have 52% crit chance, 103.2% crit damage, and then 1.17 million armor, 117,000 armor on kill. And last is the specialization. I'm going to be using Gunner, mostly for this armor on kill, and then armor kits repair yourself instantly and give you 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds. And then lastly, make sure you have shotgun selected here for an extra 15% increased damage. So that's the build, everyone. Try it out and let me know what you think. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this. I generally don't use shotguns, so this has been a fun change of pace for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
My legs! I ain't afraid of you! Start the sweep.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
Heard something. Go on and take a look.
True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into. According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-60. That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel is smart? Fuck you! I'm gonna shoot you right down here.
Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sons infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated their stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.